Welcome friends, my name is Haley, and today's yin yoga practice is going to be a short and sweet one designed for people who are looking to come back to their bodies, slow down, calm, and regulate the nervous system within a short period of time. So if you don't have a lot of time in your day, but you know you need a stillness practice, this is a great practice for you. We're going to jump right into it today. I will be using my bolster, my yoga bolster. If you don't have one, that's no problem. You can always use a couple of firm cushions or even a rolled up blanket. But we're going to begin by sitting on our sit bones in a nice cross-legged position if that's comfortable for you. And we'll just take a moment to breathe here, maybe taking a few of those cleansing breaths. So inhaling deeply in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. We'll take 2 more breaths like this. Good. And then we'll slowly make our way into our first shape for today. So we're going to come into butterfly. So we'll begin by bending the knees, planting the soles of the feet on the floor. From here, we're going to take the knees apart, bring the soles of the feet together, opening up the legs, and then playing with the position of our heels in relation to how far or close they are to our pubic bone. Now, you can stay here with your hands resting on your ankles or your feet. So you can stay with your body upright, but if you want to bring a little bit more sensation into this posture, then we're going to slowly begin to fold forward. So finding your own version of butterfly today, whatever feels best in your body, and trying to find one position in which we can rest and invite stillness. And once you've found that position for yourself, we want to bring our attention and our awareness back to our breath. So breathing deeply. Focusing especially on each exhale, allowing each exhale to soften the body. With each exhale, the body becomes a little heavier and softens a little further into the pose. We're going to take 2 more rounds of breath here. So 2 more inhales and 2 more exhales. Nice, long, slow breaths. And when you're done with that, on your next natural inhale, we'll slowly and gently begin to push ourselves back up. Taking our time to come back up to center. We're going to take our hands to the outside of our knees and then gently begin to bring our legs back together. From here, if it feels good, we can begin just to windshield wiper the knees from side to side, releasing from that stretch. Moving slowly, moving gently. There's no rush here. Beautiful. And we'll come back to center. And from here, we're going to prepare to come into our deer pose. So I'm going to just roll my bolster a little bit closer to me so I can reach it in a moment. And then from here, I'm going to take my right hand and grab onto my right ankle. And then I'm going to guide this leg behind me, bending the knee. And then with my left leg, I'm going to take my left shin in front of my torso. So what we are trying to do here is potentially come into this shape where we have a 90-degree angle from the hip through the knee and through the ankle on each leg. However, we can play in the realm of 90-ish. So if it feels more comfortable for you to bring your heels closer to your body with each leg, you can do that. Or if it feels more comfortable to have them further away from the body, you can also do this. So playing with this position of your legs to find your optimal place to rest in deer, and by optimal I just mean the most comfortable for you to rest in. And then from here I'm going to bring my bolster out in front of this left shin, so I'm just going to hide my legs behind the bolster here for a moment so you can see. And then from here, again, if this is enough sensation, if you're already feeling a lot of sensation in the legs and you want to stay here, totally fine. If not, if you want to come a little bit deeper, then we're going to begin to fold ourselves forward so that we can come and rest our forearms and maybe even our forehead on top of this bolster. So finding whatever feels best for you and your version of deer today. And then again, seeing if we can find a place to rest in stillness. So for me today, that's just going to look like surrendering my forehead down to the tops of my hands or the top of this bolster and resting here. And again, as we hold this pose for time, focusing our awareness on either the sensations that we're feeling in the body or the breath, and seeing if we can invite stillness into our experience. Taking 2 more deep, slow breaths here. And again, when you're through, use that next natural inhale to slowly begin to lift yourself back up and out of this shape. I'm just going to slide my bolster out of the way now. And we can again use our hands to help guide our legs back in front of us, back to center. Taking a moment here to pause and notice the sensation through perhaps your left hip, left leg. And if you'd like, you can once again windshield wiper those knees from side to side, releasing through that left hip. Good. We're going to come into the exact same pose on the other side. So we'll begin by taking our left hand this time down to our left ankle, and we're going to guide that leg behind us. And then we'll allow that right shin to fall in front of us, the knee coming down towards the mat. So playing once again with the position of your legs here to find your best pose to rest in. And that is the one that feels the most comfortable, not necessarily the one that feels like gives you the most sensation to feel there in your legs. And if this is feeling good, you're good to rest here, then you can stay right where you are. However, if you want to move a little deeper, we'll once again grab onto our bolster or a cushion or whatever we have to fold forward onto. And then we're going to slowly lower ourselves down. Settling into your deer pose over top of your right hip this time. Inviting stillness and bringing our attention back to the breath, back to the body. So taking your final 2 deep, slow breaths here. And then again, using that next natural inhale to slowly bring yourself back up. Take your time. We'll use our hands again to help guide the legs back to center. And if you feel inclined, we can windshield wiper the legs once again from side to side. Beautiful. From here, we're going to make our way down to lying on our backs. So I'm just going to shift here. And I'm still going to have my bolster close enough to grab onto, so making sure you can still reach it. And then in whatever way feels best for you, we'll slowly come down to lying on our backs. And we can pull the knees in towards our chest and give ourselves a nice big hug here if that feels good. Maybe rocking a little from side to side. Releasing a sigh, allowing the body to soften as you rest on your back. And then we're going to make our way into a reclined butterfly. So really the shape is exactly the same through the legs. So we start with the knees together and then we're going to slowly bring them apart, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to fall down to the sides. Now, if this feels like a little bit too much, perhaps on the lower back, then that's what we can use our bolster for. We'll bring our knees back up to center and then we'll take our bolster and just bring it underneath of the knees so that when we allow the knees to fall to the side, our bolster catches them and supports the legs. So totally up to you if you want to do this pose with or without any support underneath of the legs, just finding what feels best. And your hands can rest out at your sides, palms facing up towards the sky, or perhaps palms face down, hands resting on the lower belly. Maybe letting out a couple deep breaths, sighing out of the mouth, exhaling out of the mouth. Inviting your body to soften a little more deeply now. So if you have some more time to practice today, I'll invite you to stay exactly where you are for as long as feels good. However, if you do need to move on to the next chapter of your day, then we can slowly begin to bring ourselves out of this posture by once again bringing the hands down to the legs, using them to guide those knees back up to center. Perhaps pulling your bolster, your support out from underneath of the knees. And then very slowly, very gently, we're going to roll over onto our side. You can roll to the right or the left, whatever feels most natural for you. Coming to rest in that fetal position for a moment. Just taking a deep breath here. And then very slowly, very gently, we'll press ourselves all the way back up to seated. We can bring our hands to heart center in prayer mudra, or just collapsing hands over heart if that feels good. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, for taking this time to invite stillness into your body and into your life. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.